Nelson Mandela, born in 1918 in South Africa, was a visionary leader and a symbol of hope for millions around the world. He dedicated his life to fighting against apartheid, a system of racial segregation and discrimination. Mandela spent 27 years in prison for his activism, but his spirit remained unbroken. Released in 1990, he led the negotiations that dismantled apartheid, becoming South Africa's first black president in 1994. Mandela's legacy of forgiveness, reconciliation, and commitment to social justice continues to inspire people globally, cementing his status as one of the most revered figures in history. Get ready to be inspired by the timeless wisdom of Nelson Mandela. In these carefully curated quotes, Mandela's powerful words will uplift your spirit and leave a lasting impact on your journey towards a better and more just world. There is no passion to be found playing small in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. Do not judge me by my successes, judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. It always seems impossible until it's done. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. Courageous people do not fear forgiving for the sake of peace. A good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination. Lead from the back and let others believe they are in front. Freedom is indivisible. The chains on any one of my people were the chains on all of them. The chains on all of my people were the chains on me. I dream of an Africa which is in peace with itself. For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. If you want to make peace with your enemy, you have to work with your enemy. Then he becomes your partner. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. I stand here before you not as a prophet, but as a humble servant of you, the people. I am the captain of my soul. To deny people their human rights is to challenge their very humanity. When a man has done what he considers to be his duty to his people and his country, he can rest in peace. If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart. The first thing is to be honest with yourself. You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself. I detest racialism because I regard it as a barbaric thing, whether it comes from a black man or a white man. Real leaders must be ready to sacrifice all for the freedom of their people. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. I was not a messiah, but an ordinary man who had become a leader because of extraordinary circumstances. I like friends who have independent minds, because they tend to make you see problems from all angles. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love, for love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. There is nothing like returning to a place that remains unchanged to find the ways in which you yourself have altered. It is in your hands to create a better world for all who live in it. To be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. I have cherished the ideal of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. There can be no greater gift than that of giving one's time and energy to help others without expecting anything in return. It is what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another. Poverty is not an accident. Like slavery and apartheid, it is man-made, and can be removed by the actions of human beings. Difficulties break some men but make others. No axe is sharp enough to cut the soul of a sinner who keeps on trying, one armed with the hope that he will rise even in the end. No one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin, or his background, or his religion. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love, for love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. There is no easy walk to freedom anywhere, and many of us will have to pass through the valley of the shadow of death again and again before we reach the mountaintop of our desires.